Hello everybody, welcome to another Lords of the Fallen stream. A short break on the weekend. We might even be able to finish the game. Probably not today, but maybe tomorrow. So we're closing in on the end for Lords of the Fallen, I think. I mean, obviously I'm a bit washed today because I didn't play for some time, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna get back into the game within maybe a few minutes, right? It's gonna be okay, I guess. Right, I forgot to swap the button configs. I hope we're not gonna die here because I'm gonna go AFK to change that quickly. Yeah, the game unfortunately struggles with tabbing into Windows. Even with the Shift tab, the game often doesn't want to load. Okay, Lords of the Fallen, blah blah blah, slot 1. Okay, now we should be good to go. HDR should be off as always. Just double checking. Yep, everything's fine here. Yeah, let's see. Today again, the second stream, we're multicasting on Twitch and YouTube. YouTube chat will have a little bit of delay for me, but so far that is just because I never had a single person chat with me in YouTube that didn't come from Twitch. So if that changes, I'm gonna change the entire setup. Just so you know, the first time it happens will probably incur a little delay since I'm gonna check it only periodically. Okay, the thing is, I don't fucking remember where to go, okay? That's something I announced last time, that we're probably gonna forget where we went, and exactly that happened, unfortunately. Yeah, that's kind of unlucky, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna figure out where to go. Yeah, Distortion 2 really struggled with the orientation in the game, and I completely know why, because usually I'm kind of good at that, and we didn't struggle too hard so far, but I can see where the issues are, right? I can see why people would be very confused with different layout. What's the wrong one? The different layouts and such things. Yeah, so I can totally relate to that, right? It's very easy to see why that would happen in the game. Okay. Otherwise, I had a nice family, a family birthday reunion on Sunday. It was nice and chill. And on Saturday, well, we hung out as three here and also went shopping a little bit. So basically, we didn't. I didn't have any opportunity to stream, and preferred to basically be a little bit more in the real world for that period of time. Yeah, but that's going to change this week because I'm going to be alone for quite some time. So my girlfriend is going to work a little bit, well, not abroad, but you know, she's going to have to go somewhere for a work trip for like 6 days. So it's going to be a bit more us alone here, so we can chill and play a little bit more games also in the evening, because usually, you know, I prefer to spend time with her over playing games alone. So yeah, only when she's very busy with cosplay, which happens quite a lot, but only if she's very busy with cosplay, of course, we have more free time available. Okay, so here obviously the issue is I can't fucking remember where we already went, because I was pretty sure that I'm pretty sure I did check every dead end here before we stopped playing the game, right? So I'm pretty sure that was something we did. Why exactly? Oh, right. Wait, we didn't find the vestige? Oh, that's fucking stupid. Yeah, we had to stop last time because of food, so couldn't finish this. Okay, that's cool. That's super cool. So we know where to go next. Probably. Wait, I'm just assuming here. I thought maybe here. I might be very wrong about that. Yeah, maybe this is just the vestige, but there isn't anything else going on here. It's kind of curious, right? It seems like this would be a way forward later on. I think we're just ignore that. Yeah, this seems like it would be a way forward later on. We should get an Umbral too again. Yeah. And so far, I've really been enjoying the game, and also Distortion 2 just says something I also said. I think this game has amazing level design and really fun exploration, and Lies of P is more linear, and this game doesn't have the best bosses, but Lies of P really has great bosses from a visual and, you know, well, just gameplay perspective comparatively, right? They're more challenging, they have more phases and stuff like that. They're just a little bit more engaging. Even though I don't like the base mechanics as much, I still think the bosses are way better because you can't go there. Stupid. And I think that's important to differentiate, right? You might not like the base combat system, but the base design of the bosses might still be better, right? Even though they might be annoying or whatever in some ways, more so than in this game, I still think they're more, right? I mean, they're better crafted in a way, right? They're not more fun necessarily, but they're just more engaging. Yeah, so it really depends on what you like. I for one had more fun with the bosses in this game on average because I didn't like the base mechanics in the Lies of P, but I can still say that Lies of P had the better designed bosses when you just look at how the bosses themselves are made. It's kind of weird to say, right? Because you might think it's the same, but it's not really, right? One is how much effort was put into the boss, how is he animated, what patterns does he have, what's the entire design behind it. And the other is just like, how do you interact with that design? And I didn't like that in Lies of P as much as I did in this. So even though the bosses here are not as hard and challenging and kind of boring, Lies of P, they were kind of annoying at times. So yeah, it's kind of hard to tell. So on average, I really prefer not to be annoyed instead of, something being easy. If something's easy, you know, you can get through it. It doesn't really matter too much. If something's annoying, it forces you basically to spend a bit more time than you might actually want with a mechanic, and that's just something I usually try to avoid. Okay, now we really... Wait, doesn't it work? Wait, I didn't know this doesn't work. That's kind of unfortunate. I didn't know it didn't work. Now we know. Yeah, this guy is kind of super tanky. Yeah, like I said, we need to warm up a little bit. That's why we're going inside the lava here, and he does have way more HP than I would have expected, to be honest. Yeah, that's kind of confusing to me. And I also think the attack patterns on him are not that, you know, straightforward. Okay, I think he's dead. But in general, I enjoy the game way more than Lies of P, which is why I would rate it higher. But maybe not significantly higher, because it does have some quirks, but in overall the enjoyment is really high here. Paladin's Pendant, probably a necklace or a pendant. Okay, that's kind of stupid. Increases strength and endurance attributes. Yeah, all these attribute boosters kind of pointless in a game where you can level it, right? Because why do I think they're bad? They're maybe not bad for soul level 1 runs or whatever, where you really need the stats, but everything you can achieve via levels is kind of meaningless, right? Because what you can't get are things like, you know, you can't get an infinite amount of damage by leveling because the scaling is gonna stop. You can't get faster stamina regen, you know, stuff like that is really, really valuable. But if it's just something that saves you like a few more levels of grinding, it doesn't really change a lot, right? So it's kind of, in my opinion, pretty pointless to equip like flat stats, right? Flat stats without any special attributes or anything like that. So even percentage-based rings are way better because they scale off your attributes and at all times increase your damage. You could argue, of course, that you can just level a few levels more and you would have the same percentage on top of that. But in general, I think still they scale better than just basic stats, which enable you maybe to temporarily do something which you couldn't have done otherwise. Okay, this is really weird because I expected this to not be a dead end for whatever reason, right? I thought, or maybe it isn't, right? Maybe this is the way forward. As soon as we're out of Umbral, I'm gonna have to look for a moment to fix something. Okay, that's also one way to get out of Umbral. I didn't know why he didn't get staggered. That's one of the things I don't really get. Why sometimes enemies are so easily staggered and sometimes they aren't. In this case, this enemy sometimes really staggers hard, but sometimes it's just like, I don't care, I'm just gonna shoot. Yeah, in general we have a very low stagger build, I think, comparatively to very heavy weapons. But I think that's fine because in general we do a lot of damage and our mobility is pretty high. So I'll see you in 30 seconds. Okay, I'm back. Double check the thing. Yeah, it should be fine, right? Maybe not at the top. Nope. Okay, this should be better just to avoid the artifact. There. Okay, should be fine. Okay. Yeah, let's continue. Yeah, we didn't die far away from the checkpoint, and I think it's a good warm-up here because the area is kind of more open. I think we came from down there, so that should be a dead end. We don't need to fight the guy again, I think. At least I hope so, because he's really annoying. I don't know, the staggering system kind of super weird. I think they have some kind of super poise while attacking. But still, it does feel a little bit weird to fight them at times because of that, because you never really know when they're gonna be immune. Because you don't really know when they're attacking, right? So I mean, we're just going to out DPS them. So I don't think the weapon choice we have is the best when it comes to staggering, but since most bosses are unstaggerable, quote unquote, anyway, you know, we're just going to kill everything fast. We're very, very efficient in that regard, and I don't think we're going to change the weapon layout in this playthrough anymore. So it's basically what we're set into that. Yeah, I'm super unconcentrated again. But bear with me, it's gonna get better a bit, I hope, hopefully today. Yeah, just attack cancelled by dropping down here. Fortunately, that almost never happens in the game, so should be fine. Okay, this is another checkpoint, and again, how many do we have at the moment? 4. Sure. I mean, it's gonna save maybe a few seconds, but you know, in general, a few seconds are kind of fine. And we're also in Umbral, so exiting that would be pretty nice. Oh, I don't know which way the game wants us to go, so I'm just gonna quickly have a look here. My expectation is that this is the way forward. And I'm going to tell you why, because this is towards the checkpoint we unlocked, and I think we're going to get a loop back to that, so I think this is going to be maybe not 100%, of course. way forward. Yeah, since we don't need to stagger if we can just kill them so fast. Because they have a large downtime, so it's not as important. Yeah, so I think this is going to be the way forward, but I might be completely wrong about that, so... Yeah. Okay, so, yeah. Expectation. Oh my god. Target lock-in, for whatever reason. Okay, and then we can drop down here, which I think is gonna be optional, but let's just do it anyway. Yeah, and the performance so far of the game, like I said, on a 490. I want to say 490. Do you say 4090? I think you say 4090, right? Yeah, on a 4090. I have to double check that actually. If you say 4090, I think you say 4090. Makes more sense to me. Maybe let's just have a little listen to what Digital Foundry calls it. Yeah, but basically it is not a very good sign if we even have a little bit of frame rate issues there. So we're stuck here. That's bad. Doesn't happen too often. Like I said, the game has a lot of things which are not that bad. I think maybe attacking might have even more. Yeah, attacking has more dashing than jumping, so it should always kind of efficient. Okay, so I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't even know why we dropped down. We didn't check the top now, but I don't think there was anything there, so it should be fine. Yeah, this is kind of super weird. Why would we want to be here? Okay, this is just a loop back. Okay, good. Yeah, so I mean, what we can do actually is just go back up once more, and then we can check for. Then we're gonna check for the correct pronunciation. Some of the controller feels weird today. I couldn't tell you why. Yeah, it kind of feels like there's something inside it. No, don't use my items, man. No, don't do that. What did we do actually? Did we use a healing or something? Yeah, I don't know. It kind of feels a bit more rough today. Kind of weird, but whatever. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't feel as it should, so... Kind of can see the issue. I'm gonna have to look into that also in a moment. We can play a little bit better. Okay, we're playing really badly here. I'm also a bit distracted by the controller. Yeah, that's the only thing I really don't like about this weapon, is how easily it gets stuck on the edges here. Making it pretty annoying to use in tight spaces. Yeah, so I hope this is a dead end, by the way, so we can just go drop back down. I mean, for now it is a dead end, I think. Yeah, we should be fine here. This is where we came from. Okay, and then we can just go back and get the lamp. And once we have the lamp, we can go... But I also didn't check for frame generation. Maybe they added it back in. Do that quickly. No, I can't see it anywhere. Yeah, so let's just double check these things, and I'll be back in maybe 2 minutes after we rest here. So yeah, let's just rest for 2 minutes, and I'll see you in like 2 minutes. Well, you'll still see me, but I'm just gonna check it quickly. Okay. Okay, so I'm just gonna mute them quickly for you, but... Okay, 49. Okay. Got it. First check mark done. Now I need a second thing, something to clean my controller with. Cotton swab or... Yeah, let's just get a piece of paper here. Unfortunately, I think we're gonna move in game, right? No, we are not moving in game. Good. That's good. Now my mouse is kind of stuck again. Are we moving in game? I don't think we are. Okay, so I hope this helped. Let's see. Can I get back into the game? Yeah, Alt-Tab on Windows is still kind of an issue with full screen games. Don't know what the fuck they're doing there, but it's still such an issue. It must be really complicated to make with the hand over. But okay, so yeah, we're still leveling strength at the moment, just for the little bit additional damage on one weapon. But I still think we probably would be better off with 2 double scaling weapons, in my opinion. A single scaling weapon in this game, probably a bit worse than a double scaling weapon. But as far as I know, we didn't socket any runes which affect that. Yeah, so that actually helped. Nice. Right, we didn't socket them as far as I know. Wait, reduces strength attribute scaling, but which one is it? Yeah, I really don't like how they show you this. And this one doesn't... Okay, so one has decreased strength scaling, but I still think that this one... Yeah, right, so we reduced the scaling here. And... Yeah, it's really hard to tell if the scaling is getting more important or not here. Can we put something else in there maybe? Because we really do have a lot of stats here. Increases posture damage, strength scaling. Increases strength scaling. Increases physical damage. So I mean, it just increases physical damage, which is nice too. Or we could do this, which maybe is better. I don't know, actually. Plus 143. I think, again, the game doesn't show you anything here, so it might change something, but we might also... It's really annoying to check, by the way. I don't like how they solved that one. I mean, it shows the exact same value, right? So how am I going to work with that? Right, it's really, really hard to tell. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put increased physical damage in there because the scaling seems to be almost irrelevant, or it isn't shown. But yeah, so I just think I'm just going to put these in there, and here we don't really have a lot of choice. So I think this is what we're going to roll with, and I hope that's going to be okay. Yeah, and otherwise, let's just push on. Map of Brammus Castle. Okay, so this is Brammus Castle, I assume. We're going to see it in a moment, I guess. Right, it's going to pop up maybe. Maybe already did, and I'm just kind of... and didn't pay attention well enough. Hi. Okay, so now we're at the point where the game actually uses the stronger enemies more regularly. Which might make the lamp even more interesting. Yeah, we really don't do a lot of damage to him, unfortunately. Does he ever stop? Yeah, pretty tough enemy. I don't really like that they get so tanky, but maybe we just have the wrong scalings for them, so... Yeah, that could just be the issue. But in general, I'm the biggest fan of the entire scaling. HP scaling towards the end stuff, because we really invested so much, so many resources into that. Okay. Really? Come on, just a moment of item checking, please. I think the spear is not going to be good for us because, yeah, it needs an infernal scaling. It has good scalings, right? And it does fire damage too. Eviscerating spear. Yeah, the scalings are pretty good. So if you wanted to go for a hybrid fire build, I think that would be it, right? But I think the physical scaling here and just having a little bit of fire damage for the, you know, proc is pretty nice. Because I think the other one's going to have the same amount of proc. I mean, we could cause burn faster probably if we have two of them. He has, how much burn does he do? Oh no, he doesn't do burn. He actually does bleed damage, I think. I think that's bleed, right? The game doesn't really explain that, so... Yeah, I don't know. That's something you shouldn't miss, right? You should always try to be as transparent as you can, of course, in CD. And no, seriously, you should always be as transparent as you can and just give the game, like in Souls games, you can get a tooltip for everything. I think that really helps, and not having that in a game like this is really unfortunate because it will lead to a lot of misconceptions and additional Googling for a lot of users. Hi, did you do that? Who just attacked us like that? Yeah, charge attacks still... Wait, why do I do so much damage to him? Wait, now I'm super confused. Let's just back off a bit. Wait, interesting. He has some kind of fire shit going on the ground. But charge attacks seem to be really good against him. Man, I really dislike that you can miss. Why do we deal more damage to him now? Yeah, why don't we do reduced damage anymore? That's super weird. I like it, but yeah, maybe that's what I criticized before, that the same enemy can have the same appearance and different stats. And maybe even resistances play into that, I don't know. But that's kind of annoying, not gonna lie. Okay, yeah, but I prefer him with less HP, obviously, because this makes the fight more engaging and less dragged out. Okay, this is kind of also rough because I don't know exactly where we came from. I kind of get the idea that later on in the game these red crystals are going to get destroyed by something, and we're going to be able to progress further, but I might be wrong about that. I don't know where we need to go, by the way.
Let us hurry, Your Majesty. I can take you beyond the castle walls, but then I'm afraid I must return. Too long and my absence will be noted.
You've already done more for Edivar and I than I can ever hope to repay, Fitzroy. Thank you.
You and the prince are not away yet, and I could not stand idle like so many others and allow the king to carry out such a heinous act.
My husband is not the man he once was, but he will not take my son.
Okay, so we can basically go back here and get out of Umbral and reset our healing if we want to. I'm just gonna do that. I have to write something down quickly too. Pure distraction today again. Okay. We didn't die so far up here, so that's nice. Of course, all the enemies have respawned now. Yeah, let's just kill him. I think he's the weaker version. I still think that doing the lamp is not that great against him. Because he can block it and dodge it, so... Yeah, even if we would hit that, it's not a good idea because... Yeah, just doing a few melee attacks is better against him. Dude, why do we do so little damage to everything at the moment? Yeah, so he seems to be kind of resilient to what we have going on here. Super annoying, to be honest. I didn't want to use the lamp in that way. I want to use it like this. Yeah, why does he have so much HP? Am I missing something? Does he have a buff going on or something? I mean, we're doing almost 0 damage against him. Like, super confusing. Okay, but otherwise, I think we should... I don't know. Where did we come from, right? That's the problem, because I don't really remember where we came from, so... yeah, I think this is the way we came from, for sure. I think, right? I'm not confident in that, but I think it is. Now we can go back up here. I don't know if there's something up here. Down, there was nothing. This was the way back. Kind of feels like the way forward, but you need the royal key. Interesting. Okay, there are a lot of archers over here. A little bit of the Grand Archive vibes over here. Yeah, I saw you, but I still wanted to kill the dog first, bitch. Yeah, but you can't destroy the books, which is unfortunate. The Shrunken Skull Pendant. Okay, fully charged ranged attacks deal additional damage. Well, not that interesting to us. We're still at light load. Yeah, it looks really cool. I mean, I can really appreciate the visuals here. I think this is the same one, by the way. That's was already used once in the game, but you know that doesn't really matter, right? You can it's like saying, right, having a cross in every church is like asset reuse, even though you could just do it without it really being an issue. So that they just copy pasted this element somewhere else, in my opinion, is valid as long as they don't do it like 10 times. And that's one of the criticisms I had with Elden Ring, even though there was hardly I mean, it was a big world, but still the few, you know, shacks or whatever were always the same. So I don't know, they could just have invested a little bit more in asset creation when it comes to environmental stuff, right? Elden Ring was a bit too much copy pasta. It wasn't annoyingly bad, but it still felt like a little bit too much in my opinion. Why doesn't it even hit? Is it the limited range? Come on, please. Fuck you. Okay, we got him. Yeah, starting off like this is really nice because it just removes a half of his HP. Yeah, that's really nice. Easy. Yeah, I'm being a little bit greedy against this guy, but I guess it's okay. Okay, we can't go here. There is a chest. This one doesn't glow. So is this a mimic? Wait, it does glow. Yeah, so the game basically gives you a lot of upgrade materials. So we could actually try and use another spear, but I don't know, man. I kind of like what we've got going here, and the other one does have stats which aren't as interesting to me. I mean, being an umbral here also is nice because we can actually tell if we miss something. Oh shit, do I really want to fight him? Kinda don't. Smoldering ring probably increases fire damage or resistance or something. Yeah, increases resistance to burn. Yeah, I think he can hit us. Ich glaube nicht, ne? Yeah, I was distracted, unfortunately. Yeah, fuck me, I guess. Yeah, I just had to think about what I need from the city, but I don't think I need anything at the moment. Aber wohin gehst du jetzt genau? Aber wo ist das genau? Ist irgendwas in der Nähe oder so? Also ich weiß ja nicht, also irgendwas holen, mitbringen wolltest zu essen oder. Okay. Ich würde das auch, vielleicht auch in den Milkshakes holen, eine Scheiße, oder bist du nicht in der Nähe davon? Okay. Okay, here we go again. I really don't want to fight him. Wait, why does he take additional damage now? I don't understand this game, to be honest. But why does he have normal HP again now? Wait, my damage? Wait, now he doesn't. Wait, is it a buff? Oh, he has a buff, right? Oh, that's so annoying. Okay, so he can buff himself, so I almost deal 0 damage. I mean, what we can do is use this mechanic. I guess it's going to be very effective against him. But still, he has an insane amount of HP. Or maybe he's getting buffed by another enemy? I don't really know, actually. So wie es letztes Mal, das war gut. Kekse, Sahne und ich war noch nicht fertig, oder? Kekse, Sahne und Bandsätze. Wait, did I just go into Umbral? Oh mein. Ich weiß es nicht. Kekse, Sahne und das war das letzte. Ich kann mich nicht mehr dran erinnern. Ich weiß ja nicht, was sie anbieten. Ich kann das nicht auswendig. Ich bin nicht die... Ja, gab's noch zur Auswahl? Ich kann mich nicht dran erinnern, was zu sagen. Ja. Nee, hatte ich auch nicht. Die gab's auch. Aber die hatte ich auch nicht. Ja, dann muss ich gleich schauen im Moment. Kannst du auch gleich schreiben. Okay, really unfortunate that we can't fucking pause the game. I really would like to have an offline mode where you can pause, but I don't think that even exists in the game. Okay, so we went into Umbral for no reason whatsoever, because I was completely distracted again. Really? Wow, that's some crazy damage. Yeah, this guy kinda tough, man, not gonna lie. But I can't really fight him at the moment because I'm too distracted mentally. So, gonna have to check something again. Really annoying that you can't alt-tab. Fucking fix that. Windows, Unreal Engine, I don't know who the fuck is to blame. But not being able to tab out is kinda super scuffed and annoying. So, I really would like that to be fixed one day. So annoying, really. I really fucking hate it. Okay. Okay. Oh my god. Fuck you, Discord. Can you fucking do it automatic? Okay, I think that's it. Yeah. Really sorry that today is a bit more interrupted again, but it is what it is. Okay, we died. I played terribly, wasn't concentrated at all, and now I have to... I'm sorry, I don't like enemies with a lot of HP, so I'm kind of getting annoyed by this section, to be honest, because this guy here has so much fucking HP, it's so annoying. I fucking hate him. How can he be so annoying as an enemy? Yeah, I really hate how much HP this fucker has. And then you can jump over your fucking lamp too. At least he didn't buff himself to have quintillion extra HP this time around. I don't even know how we interrupted that. But that seems to be super important to not take forever against him. Yeah, fucking annoying enemies, to be honest. So not difficult, just a lot of HP and annoying. Yeah, starting off with this obviously is a huge advantage because it's just gonna help so much. Nonetheless, I think this guy is super annoying. Okay, we got him. Okay, this time around we're gonna beat the shit out of this bitch before she can even do anything. Or we're just gonna instantly die because fuck us, I guess. And how is it possible for this bitch to have this much HP? He looks so weak and non-tanky, but they are so fucking tanky. Okay, we got him. Still kind of pissed that we died to this guy, but whatever. Come on, please, not today. Well, we didn't check the runes in quite some time. Well, we just checked a little bit, but you know what I mean by that. We didn't check too extensively. Yeah, I mean the lamp mechanic, basically the more HP the enemies get, the more valuable, you know, they are. Well, this is nothing we have to go into Umbral for. Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out where we need to go exactly. This seems to be the way forward, to be honest. I mean, maybe. What do I know, right? Wait, it must be, because... Well, no, it wasn't a dead end either. So, oh my god, there's so many ways again we can go. Maybe let's just check down here. What does this do? Oh, okay, so it's really like the archives in Dark Souls. Okay, so now we can go back up there, but first, before we go back down there, oh, this is a way forward. I didn't even see that. So this is basically where we can go to. Like, oh my god, there's so many ways we can go. Like, man, that's so crazy. I think this is just the way back to the area we were before, so I don't think this is a way forward. But there should be the vestige pretty near to here. I don't know if it's better to go there as a checkpoint, right? It should be just here to the left, but... Yeah, I'm really glad that we're quick. We can kill these enemies quite quickly. Okay, we can go back here, but before we go back here, let's check this one too. But I assume that this is gonna be a dead end. Just because of... Okay, we can put a checkpoint here too. I kind of get mini boss feelings here. Don't know why. Just feels like there's gonna be a mini boss down here. Okay, these two enemies combined, not gonna lie, kind of annoying. Wow, 1 HP. It's literally fucking 1 HP. Can you fucking kill him? Oh my god, so much damage for nothing. Hi. Alright, you also are blessed with fucking annoying bitch thing. I know why you have such a long cast for this. I mean, it's obvious, right? Because otherwise it'd be fucking broken as fuck, but I still think it's kinda strong. It's kinda slow to use in combat. Okay, so is this a dead end? It does also feel like it's pretty much not a dead end too, so... And the 1 HP thing... Kind of bummer here. Really? Oh my god, I was thinking so much about the dog. Man, I really thought about the dog and was like, the dog. Let's just fucking use one. I don't want to die. One hit. Okay, we can even get out of Umbral here again. I mean, is this the way forward? I mean, it does kind of seem very... very long way. But it could still be a dead end, right? We can... Maybe the other one's just an optional secret and this is the way forward. Okay, this kind of seems very much like the way forward now that I see this. I don't know how to use this part. It could be an elevator for later or something. Yeah, it's kind of difficult also to hit this, so... I mean, it looks interesting, but I don't see any way we can interact with it at the moment, so... God, okay, do we really want to go here? Oh my god, this was so bad of me. We just need to roll a little bit more. Yeah, let's get out of Umbral here. Can't see shit. Okay, there's another dog here. The visual effects, unfortunately, kind of clutter it from time to time. Okay, that's fine. Let's just go back up. Oh, maybe this is the... Oh, I don't know. I just don't know, man. This looks like a way forward because there's such a... I mean, it is pretty, you know, special when it comes to assets. So I think it seems like a non-optional asset, but then again, this area here kind of doesn't feel as non-optional. I don't know why we didn't attack. I pressed the attack button 2 times. Yeah, these guys don't have a lot of HP, fortunately. Yeah, there should be something here, right? They wouldn't put a lot of enemies right here and there is no reward, so... Pretty sure we're gonna get something soon here. I mean, this would be so pointless. Why would you make a room full of enemies and not a single item? Or did I already loot the item and I didn't even notice? It kind of feels... stupid. Why would you make this? I'm kind of super confused at the moment. Why would you make this, right? Maybe you can go here, but this also feels like you're gonna get stuck on geometry instead of just going forward. Yeah, what is the point of this part of the game? I think it's something you're gonna come back to for... Oh, wait, it's if you drop down from above. It's like a, you know, it's like a... It's supposed to be an area where you get fucked when you drop. I get it. I still don't get this part, but since we don't have a lever here or anything, just gonna go back up quickly. We could put a vestige here. It wouldn't be the worst decision ever, I guess. Also, I really have to talk to the fucking neighbor with this dog, man. Barking in the middle of the night non-stop, kinda a little no-go in my opinion. It's so hard to get a hold of him because he's never at home, which is the issue, right? He has a dog and he's never at home, and the dog barks non-stop when he's not at home. Kind of annoying. I'm pretty close to calling, just calling the police. I mean, you know, it's just basically getting annoying, and if he's not there and you can't talk to him, I mean, what you're gonna do, right? Yeah. But, and hey, Apricon, sorry, bark, 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 yeah, dog champ. Yeah, it's really annoying. I mean, if you never had a neighbor with a dog that actually barks, like a few thousand times a day, you can't imagine what it's like, right? It's so annoying. It's the poor dog, and it whimpers the entire time, and you can really tell the dog is suffering. And it's so annoying, right? You really want to punch the piece of shit who's got a dog without having the time to actually care for him. What a fucking trash human being, and then he also reeks of alcohol, like well, he probably is an alcoholic, so... Yeah, always just kind of fucking annoying, but... That's kind of basic. I can't target lock shit, man. Why? Come on, don't be a bitch, game. Okay, he's dead, but I still don't know what the fuck we're doing here. Heavenly Vial, that's great. That might come in handy later on. But this, I assume this is not the way forward, right? Oh my god, really? Okay. Oh shit. I'm trying to not get lost here, okay? So this is basically an exercise in not getting lost. Really? Oh my god, I'm dead. I'm actually dead because I thought we were gonna stagger him. Yeah, I think getting a weapon that actually consistently staggers enemies is gonna be really much better later on. Because these guys all have a lot of HP, and you just get greedy, right? You just want to punch him, and you had one suit her ass. I had to start a noise protocol and then use to file the complaint. Yeah, that's what you usually should do, but the noise protocol is really easy. Every fucking day, at least 10 hours, right? Easy noise protocol. Don't even need to protocol anything, right? And all the neighbors also hear it, right? I'm not even in the same house, so the dog is so loud that you can actually hear it in the neighbor house, so... Yeah, I'm not even the guy that's off the worst, right? So... Where do I need to go? Oh my god, fuck me. Okay, so I think we just need to... Oh my god, I can't, man. Today I'm not very focused, and the level design here is super annoying. Not annoying, super complex, and... Really, how many hits do you want to do, bitch? Wait, what even hit us? We just took so much damage from nothing. Okay, at least we didn't die and the other guy isn't following us. The annoying thing is now we have to kill this bitch, which isn't there. Which was a one-time enemy? Oh, well that's interesting. So these weren't spawned by her because I thought she was going to be like a necromancer or something. Not the case at all. Okay, so here I think is the area we died in, so let's just kill everything. Hey, where is the enemy? There should be an enemy here. I mean, we died there, so there should be, right? Oh, there she is. Oh, no, there he is. Oh no. Yeah, the combination of these guys is kind of obnoxious, not gonna lie. Because these guys are so hard to stagger for us, so we can't just brain that, spam them, and then she long range attacks us at the same time. And what kind of dog is it? It's a small, I don't even know what you would call it, with a flat nose. A dogger you would call it in German, but I don't know what you call it in English. Like a small dog, basically, not very big. Okay, yeah, I'm kind of thinking about getting a heavier weapon, but I don't think we should really bother. I think our setup is working well, I'm just not playing well at the moment. Probably a dead end. Hi. Maybe, I mean maybe. Oh, wait, here we got the other item. So we are done exploring here. We can go back to the staircase. And you better not forget what you did in the game. Yeah, that's where we can drop down. And I'm kind of curious because there was an area that seemed only accessible from above, but maybe... Nah, maybe there's a secret down there, but I don't really care too much. You know, the closer we get to the end of the game, the less I really care about the details when exploring. Because it doesn't really matter, I think, because you had so much, you already have so much stuff, you don't really need much more. Small dogs are the worst, always so yampy. I mean, having a bigger dog bark that much would be probably more annoying because of the base, right? It penetrates walls way better. But yeah, a small dog is probably a little bit annoying too in another way. Yeah. And this is the second time around, which is so annoying. And you know, right? It's something you would... I don't know, I never expected people to be so dumb to get a dog and never be at home, but I mean, obviously I should have expected people to be so dumb. And it to happen 2 times while living here is kind of amazing, right? 2 times with the same issue. Get small dog, don't be at home, dog is alone and barks. Really have to be Sherlock Holmes to figure out that's gonna be an issue. Really? Oh my god. And I was so greedy too again. Yeah, that's why I hate Lies of P, by the way. Non-stop attack animations and you just have to wait for them to be over. Yeah, nice target lock, by the way, game. Nice, it's huge. I can't target lock shit, right? Perfect. I mean, I don't know what's going on here, but it is super annoying to hit this guy. Okay, thank you. Lord Gauntlets, Lord Armor, and Lord Leggings. Gauntlet here. Yeah, as expected, they're pretty heavy, but they don't really have much better stats, which is kind of weird. I mean, they're kind of ass. Yeah, but I don't really care too much either, because I'm not gonna spec into HP anymore too much. Maybe a little bit endurance, but even that seems kind of pointless at this point, so... Yeah, I don't think we're gonna progress a lot in that regard. Yeah, this is where we went up. But dude, I don't know, man. This the level design really goes crazy here. Can I please lock on this guy? Even though I should really be focused on this one instead. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes you just own them completely, and then other times it's just so annoying to even get one hit in. Really. I mean, these guys fortunately were pretty consistent HP wise throughout the game, so now they're super weak. I don't know why exactly, because the other enemies also scaled up, but... Oh my god, another door! How many doors are there? Jesus Christ. Okay, where is this again? Okay, this is a way back down here. We can actually get the checkpoint if we want to. Another door. Oh my god, I can already see distortion molding because of this. Okay, I know where we are now. Really, the charge attack is so bad. Oh my god, I actually died against this weak piece of shit because the charge attack is so fucking trash. Oh, I hate it. Oh my god, and we just unlocked a checkpoint which we didn't take, right? So I have to find the way back here, which shouldn't be too hard. Then again, we can also take the other way up there. Sure, why not, I guess. I mean, I can think of plenty of reasons why I don't want to go back up there. No, never mind, doesn't work that way. So let's just go here, go up here, and then we're just gonna go up all the way here too, and I'm kind of really disappointed here. But Apricon, did you manage to fix the issue with Jedi survivors, or? Man, they have so much HP. I hate it. Why? Why do you have so much HP? Fucking hit him! Oh my god, I can! With this game sometimes. I fucking can. It fucking interrupts, man. Over and over and over. I don't even know what's going on. I don't even know what's fucking going on anymore. Why are there two of those here? I don't even know where I am. Please just die, thank you. Okay, I think we're very close to where we died. But I don't know, maybe. And these are dead. Okay, finally everything's dead here. Yeah, I don't even remember where we died exactly, so... It must have been around here, right? I think in here. Yeah, let's just exit out of Umbral here for a moment quickly. Oh my god, fuck. Okay, let's just go down here and then we have a new checkpoint. Yeah, I know where we are again. Okay, he did see us, unfortunately. Nice! I love when I play games and can't do shit. Yeah, the visual effects, that's really something devs have to be very careful with going forward. Just because you can put 1,000 particles on screen doesn't mean you have to, right? So many games just visually overload the screen with effects which are totally meaningless gameplay-wise. They just make the gameplay worse. And in my opinion, they should be very careful with that, because it just could end up hurting so many games. Every single time I just get a huge fire effect in my face and I can't see shit, I'm like, wow, amazing gameplay, right? You can't react to things you can't see, so every time they do that, it just feels kind of cheap. And this game definitely has some enemies which tend to abuse the amount of particles on screen to annoy you. And I don't even think it's intentional, right? I don't think the game intentionally does it. I just think it happens as a side effect. Oh my god, I'm so angry at this guy already. How much damage did he deal again? Crazy. Really? I mean, everything has 1 billion HP now, so if you like enemies with a lot of HP like in Lies of Pi, you're gonna be very happy at the end of the game. Because there is a ton of high HP mobs around here. Yeah, they are so annoying too. Wow, we got the royal key to get back to something we already went before, and now can we... Wait, can we actually target lock that shit? Oh my god, I'm so confused. I think we need to go into Umbral, right? The other area must have been a dead end. I mean, we can still go one higher, I guess. There's also something up here. Okay, I mean, we're just gonna go into Umbral and hope for the best, I guess. Right. And these enemies I also dislike fighting too many of them because they just waste time, right? All this does is waste your time. Okay, now we should be able to get over there via the shortcut here. And this is gonna be so annoying. Oh, please, come on, Des, don't be bitches. What? I actually don't know what the fuck's going on here. I mean, maybe we can get to it from here, but... Wait, what? Huh? Okay, maybe we have to be quicker about it? I don't know, this seems... Oh, come on, please. This seems like pure annoying shit design here. Can we get it further over here? Is it even lockable? Doesn't seem to be lockable. Wait, it is. You have to lock it through the wall. What would that even do? Oh, yeah, okay, I get it. We did it the wrong way around. Okay, I get it now. Oh my god, this is gonna be so annoying. Okay, I already hate it now. Can you please fucking target lock it? Yeah, the one thing they really fucked up is the range at which you can use the ability. It's so unnecessarily limited. It feels very it just feels bad to use, right? You really feel like the game just wants to fuck you over for whatever reason. Oh really, I have to sprint here. Thank you. Here we got it. This is gonna be a Trinity thingy. I mean, Saintly Quintessence. I didn't know the name anymore. Can't remember shit. Okay, we can get over there easily again. Just gonna waste a little bit of time. And now we can go back up the other way. And once we did that, we can go up here, maybe 2 later. Or maybe not, but we should for sure get a new... Yeah, we should go back and get healing. I don't know, man. See, I don't even want to go back because I know how much they're gonna shit on us again. And where is my XP, man? Who the fuck has it? Can we just... I mean, who has my stuff, right? Didn't we get it back? I mean, I don't fucking know. It's just fucking weird. Okay, perfect. Now this is definitely the way forward, 100%. Unless I missed a way, but I don't think so. I think this is the way forward. I mean, yeah, Accident Umbral seems kind of nice, but let's just explore before we do that a little bit more. Lord Catalyst. A lot of catalysts in the game. Yeah, there is nothing here, so let's just exit Umbral quickly. Does kind of seem like there should be a checkpoint close by. Okay, no checkpoint and no shortcuts, so that's gonna be a little bit more annoying. Yeah, and I also asked my niece what she wants to become later on, just for fun, right? To get an idea what she likes at the moment. And she wanted to be a police officer, and then she added, but definitely not a robber. And I was like, at least something. I mean, in the future, obviously, as you might notice, that there are better ways to help people and, you know, uphold justice than becoming a police officer. And probably with her intellect, she shouldn't become one, unless she really wants to become a high position there. She can do whatever the fuck she wants, right? But I still think would be more impactful to do other things. But it's so cute that she doesn't want to become a robber, right? Yeah. I mean, obviously, she's biased towards that via the media, right? She watches a lot of Paw Patrol and stuff like that too, or she watched it at the moment. I don't know what she watches, and it's kind of interesting to see that she didn't opt for something else at the moment. Yeah, but that's going to change a lot. But it's always interesting, right, to see what children think of the world and which jobs are cool and stuff like that. And they're very, very biased. All right, perfect. They're very, very biased, obviously, when it comes to... Oh, please fucking die. Yeah, they're very biased when it comes to that because of the media and stuff you tell her. So you could have definitely made her want to be a robber too. Just tell her, oh, robbers are such nice people and the free way of life. Yeah, but interesting. Yeah, and then she really doesn't like paprika. Yeah, because her mother has a phobia of buttons, right? Like buttons on a shirt or something like that. And it's just something she has. It's like people that are afraid of holes and stuff like that. They're just phobias which where the origins kind of eludes most people. And then she, when we talked about that a little bit, she noted that she really doesn't like paprika. Yeah, and then I tried to find out if you could argue with her, because she then said she likes television sweets, and I was like, surprising. And I tried to find out if you could actually motivate her to eat paprika in order to be able to watch television get sweets. And basically the way she said it was, yeah, you could. But nobody's doing that anyway. So basically she knows nobody will do it, right? Only if I'm very mean they do it. And I'm like, okay, so eating paprika and other vegetables is a punishment. not the way I would have handled it, but you know, it's always easy to say in the hindsight, right? And what you would have done differently. But I think that's one of the things where you shouldn't leave a choice to a child is when it comes to food, right? Food, I mean, unless the child wants to eat healthy stuff and you want to put shitty fast food or sweets in her mouth, and she's like, no, I want to eat a vegetable, and then you're like, no, eat your fucking Mars bar or whatever it's called, or Oreos. So yeah, but anyway, I think when it comes to food, you should really just give the illusion to the children that it's normal, right? Because a lot of people think, yeah, but my child never wants to eat vegetables, whatever. Oh, hates it so much. You know why? Because you gave them a choice, right? You showed them the good shit. You don't show them the good shit until they're older, right? Then they can find it themselves. But they just, they just get used to eating what's on the table. Because imagine you're in a village like 1,000 years ago. Do you think anybody's gonna have a fucking cake for you, or sweets, or I don't know, television or something like that? No, you're just gonna eat what's there, you're gonna starve and die, right? Children aren't gonna complain there. So, yeah, basically just don't fucking give them an alternative, right? And they're gonna eat it. They don't have a choice. It's nature, man. They're not gonna complain, nothing, right? Only if you give them the good shit and then you ask them what they want, and then they get used to getting what they want, and then they're like, hey, but why do I have to eat a vegetable today? Why do I have to eat fruit, right? Just don't give them a choice. Nobody's gonna complain. No child's gonna hate vegetables and fruit if they get used to it. I like vegetables and fruits. I never hated them because we always ate them. It's just normal, right? They exist. There is not an alternative. Today, this food is on the table. You fucking eat it, right? I mean, nobody told me like to me like that, right? They never had to because it was just like that. I never knew the alternatives, right? And yeah, that's I think one of the small mistakes my brother made with her is just giving her too much choice when it comes to selecting her food. I mean, it's like, I think a lot of grown-ups know the issue, right? Once you're in charge of your own food selection, it is very easy to opt for food that tastes well, right? You're not gonna go for something you really hate and do it yourself, right? You're gonna opt for something that's probably easy to make and tasty, right? So, it's something that never really changes, but as a child, basically, you don't really think about that a lot. You don't know what's up, right? If I lived in a world where I never played any video games and never ate any sweets, do you think I would miss them? Obviously not, right? I wouldn't even know what it is, so how could I miss it? Okay, we made progress, I think. I don't know how many essences we have at the moment. I think we have 3 or so. No, we have exactly 1, and I think we need 4. And I also have no idea. Never mind, this one's never gonna die. I also have no idea where exactly we're gonna get the rest, because I think we're pretty close to the end of the game. This looks amazing, by the way. I really like the view and how much geometric detail is maintained on the mountain and how crisp it looks from here. Yeah, this looks really nice, and also the snow part here. I mean, I guess we're gonna go into the snow, right? Because we didn't have any snow so far. But it does feel like we are... Oh wait, we already went to the snow, never mind. The snow was down there. Kind of my bad, my brain kind of forgot about that one. No, so we're gonna be inside this huge castle, I guess, until we reach the end. Well, the final beacon, but then I guess we're gonna get... I guess we're gonna have to go somewhere else. I can't even remember, right? I can't even remember how we got here. Hi. Yeah, see, that's what I mean. For example, the fire trail looks like it should deal damage, but for whatever reason, it doesn't really deal a lot of damage, so it's kind of confusing to me. Oh, really? Come on, are you just gonna put them everywhere and be like, haha, look how much HP we have. So funny, haha. I mean, at least he didn't buff yet, so... Okay, that's an attack. Yeah, whatever. I mean, it's okay, right? They don't do that much damage, and... Yeah, okay, and I have to criticize the game, unfortunately, for the enemy variety. As varied and vast the world is, as limited I think the amount of enemies are in the game. The enemy types are very limited, and they tend to get reused a bit too often, right? It's not a big gripe, but it does kind of... It's kind of not very well balanced compared to the size of the world. They needed just maybe... I would almost say 1.5 times more enemies. And I think that's basically the limit for me to actually think it's still kind of okay. But it's very close to being not okay when it comes to enemy variety. Just a little bit more would have been kind of nice. Especially if you consider that they reused a lot of mini bosses as regular enemies too. Yeah, so I think the overall enemy variety is a bit too limited. Yeah, I guess there's some story and lore behind this. Maybe, I have no idea actually. Right? Some weird shit going on here. Did we come from below? I can't even remember. Did we come from here? Wait, what the fuck are we doing again? I don't think we came from here. Yeah, super confusing, but I think we can go through that. Maybe not. I like how this looks, right? You can actually, it's transparent a little bit. And you can see behind it, which is pretty nice. But interesting. bed is full with babies? I don't know. Yeah, we can get on top of this, but I kind of get the feeling we're gonna... Oh, right, this is Umbral again. I'm not convinced entirely this is the way forward, to be honest. I think this is entirely optional. Come on. Oh, really? Oh man, oh my god, that's so annoying. Oh, right, this is the way forward. I hope there is not a boss fight down here. This lava kind of looks not that great. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it doesn't look amazing either, so... Come on, there must be some kind of shortcut, not shortcut, checkpoint or something down here. Oh my god, which way is the shortcut, left or right? Left seems to be... I don't even know, man. I literally don't know which one is going to be the way forward. I think it's going to be the way down, but it could also be this way. Okay, this is the checkpoint. We also need to go back and buy some seeds. I mean, considering we only have one left, we should probably just go and get more just right now. Right, and we don't get any weapon upgrades anymore either, so the entire leveling progression is kind of a little bit stalled at the moment. So yeah, not that interesting to me. Lightkeeper, I think we already saw all of them. I think so, right? Also pole arm. Yeah, a lot of Radiance and Infernal things in the game. Light Reaper's helmet. I can't even remember the guy. I think we fought him not too long ago. Also Radiance scaling. I mean, let's just fucking buy his armor right there. What can go wrong by buying it? And let's just also buy...
Like you, I serve.
I think we can only buy 4. Okay, and now what we need is maybe the other armor set just for fun, right? To see how good it is. Well, it is medium, and that already disqualifies it for anything serious. Yeah. Yeah, it just isn't gonna work. I mean, it looks really cool, right? But I think we could also go for an all-medium one instead. But comparing the stats, it's going to be kind of annoying. So wait, which one is the Lord's helmet? I mean, could we even wear an all-medium set if we wanted to? Kind of curious to see if we can go with that. But before I do that, I should remember which one we removed, because I'm going to be super annoyed if I can't remember. I think we had that one, so okay. And here we had that one. The Lord's armor. Okay, so these are super heavy for whatever reason. Okay, we can't get the entire set, but I'm just curious how it looks. And we should also get out of Umbral here quickly. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool, right? I like the visuals of it. Looks interesting, and we have a tail, so if you're furry, maybe this is the one for you. Yeah, for sure, looks cool. I like it. But it is way too heavy for us, so and I also don't like the chest armor too much visually. Okay, interesting. Yeah, this kind of looks cool. I like it. Light Reaper. Of course he has the heaviest legs in the fucking game, of course. What else would he have, right? Can we even get back to light using the lightest set here? No, impossible. So I think maybe we can make it work by, because I really like the mask. It's kind of cool. Get Light Reaper's helmet. It's also kind of cool. Yeah, I like it. To make that work, we might be able to just take a very light, very light pants here instead. So how far can we get until it doesn't work anymore? Okay, this is the limit basically. I still don't know why these are so light, but yeah, I think this is actually very cool together. I mean, is this better stats-wise? Probably not, because we have a wild mix of different things, but I still think it looks kind of... Did I just fucking unequip it? Yeah, I still think it looks kind of cool. I'm just not sure about the helmet, right? If I want to go with this helmet or the other one. Just need to find it. Yeah, this one looks... I think this one looks really cool, but I think the downside of it is basically that it is a bit high, right? It does occlude a little bit too much of the image, in my opinion. It looks cool, but it's gonna be a downside when it comes to playing the game. Okay, my feed again doesn't work on my phone, so I have to check it on my browser. I'm sorry about that. Duke 393 Smith, thank you very much for the follow. I'm sorry that I'm a bit used at the moment. And now I got a weather notification. Great. Yeah, I like this visual a lot, but I think I might actually prefer going for the other helmet. Although I really like the other one more. Yeah, this one looks cooler, but in my opinion, obviously, we just go with this one. I mean, it would work, right? I know we're at medium, it doesn't work, and it also doesn't look as cool. How much better is the other helmet compared to the... It's just better in everything. It's kind of sad. What else do we have here? We have a lot of helmets. Okay, these kind of look stuffed as fuck, but I know I don't like that one too much. Hey, how are you doing, Duke? Well, I'm just chilling here, and we're pretty close to the end of the game, I think, at least. I kind of also hope, at least, because we have a lot of other games we still need to play. I'm still having fun, but I wouldn't mind seeing the final boss soon. Yeah, I don't know about the helmet. There are so many good helmets in the game we could potentially use, but these are all too heavy, so I don't like this one too much. Could go back to this one, but I think it's also a bit much. Okay, that's kind of... I mean, this one's kind of funny, not gonna lie. Yeah, this one doesn't work at all. Yeah, I mean, the tendrils the helmet has is maybe not 100% my style. Yeah, visually 100% this one, but from a gameplay perspective, I feel this one could be a bit more annoying. Let's just check how much higher it is. I think if we go here, we can see the almost reaches the top of the... Oh, maybe let's just do it like that, right? So we can tell a little bit better how much it actually occludes. Yeah, it does occlude a lot more. It's just not a little bit, it's like super big. Yeah, I think we're just gonna stick with this one, and then we're just gonna apply maybe ice grip again. I don't know, how does ice grip look on this one? Yeah, I kind of like it. I like the gold drip a little bit. Yeah, I think it looks cool. I think also the... Well, now that I said it, the leg part unfortunately doesn't seem to have any... Well, it does have a little bit of color on it. No, I think this looks fine. Yeah, I think we can deal with it. And you're doing alright. I'm glad you're doing alright. I think the stream so far is going okay. Progression-wise at least, and I also hope that the multi-streaming to YouTube and Twitch is going fine. It's my second time doing it, so still not sure if my streaming quality is gonna hold up. Just gonna check for dropped frames. Good reminder to do that quickly. So far we didn't drop a single frame, so I hope there isn't any other issue. Yeah, because at the moment we need 36 megabit upload consistently, probably up to 38, which is kind of at the limit of my connection. And there is a rule of thumb that you should go for a maximum of half your connection upload speed, but that rule of thumb in my opinion is kind of stupid, because if you have a very consistent upload speed, you don't need to worry about that. It's more like for people that have a very high fluctuation in upload speed. Okay, but I think you might actually get close. What is my prediction? I think we're gonna have at least one more mini boss, a beacon boss, and then a final boss at least, right? I think we're not that close. And the game definitely needs a boob slider. No, seriously, I really like when games can actually, when you can actually also change these features. But I get why they didn't do it. It's difficult. You need to get you need to adapt the armor sets more to the female character model. Yeah, so a lot of games just omit that step. Okay, but this is definitely the way forward. Another one of these guys. Unlucky. Did I just get one shot by the ball on the ground? Wait, maybe it's because we have the shit armor now. Because this armor might objectively be way worse than the other one, so... I didn't really check for that, unfortunately. But as always, I'm fashion over stats, right? I care more about how things look in the game than what stats they provide. Yeah, I think because having 3 heavy pieces and 1 light piece is better than having a mix of everything else. Well, you just rolled us, I guess. Shit on. I wouldn't blame the new armor set too much for that, but maybe just a little bit. What game do you play most in your stream? What kind of types of games? It's very different. Mostly, I hope, good games. So maybe that's the common denominator there. I mean, at the moment, what types of games do we play? Yeah, it's hard to tell. I play a lot of I don't play a lot of Souls-likes beyond the Miyazaki games. So like Bloodborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring, stuff like that. I played, but I didn't play, like, for example, on stream Lords of the Fallen 1 or The Surge or all the others. But we did play Lies of P, so at the moment a few non-Miyazaki games. Otherwise, you also play a lot of indie games, smaller titles, which might not be so well known. A lot of roguelites. Tomorrow, for example, we're gonna check out RoboQuest, a French first-person shooter roguelite, and otherwise also AAA games. Cyberpunk at the moment we're on finishing that. We're also gonna play a little bit of Alan Wake 2. Did already one stream on that, but I wanted to finish Lords of the Fallen first. Basically, there are too many games to finish, but it's a very, very broad spectrum. The only games which are kind of rare here are, I guess, sports games, so you're not going to see a lot of FIFA. Maybe also, at the moment, not that many competitive games, because before I played a lot of competitive games, but it just takes too much time, so I kind of omitted those a little bit, and that I'm not going to do those on stream. yeah, sports games and also grand strategy is something you're not gonna see a lot. So something like Total War, Warhammer, or 4X games are games I'm not gonna play on stream because they're very, very time consuming, and I like them. I mean, the good games, right? Not every game, but a lot of games. But I usually try to focus on games which are not that resource like time resource intensive. Yeah. Do I like anime? No, I really, really don't like anime. No, I hate anime. Yeah. If you don't see what I'm doing here, I like anime a lot. Yeah. I mean, I have a Pokemon cap, but that doesn't necessarily mean I like anime. But yes, I like anime. Yeah, is she gone now? I don't know. Sometimes she's at the edge of the screen. I don't really check if she's out of the screen at all times. Yeah, I really like anime, and I definitely watch about an episode or two per day, which is not that much, admittedly, because, together with my girlfriend. But okay, what the fuck is going on? I'm not really paying attention to the game, obviously. Yeah, but I also sometimes binge watch a little bit more if I want to catch up on One Piece or something like that. Like, this enemy, for whatever reason, is way more annoying than his other versions. Why is he so much more annoying? Didn't we fight like 10 of this guy already? Yeah, why is he so much more annoying? Does he have a different mechanic, which I'm not seeing at the moment? Like, seriously, what the... Okay. Something's different here. Is it the thing in the ground over there? Yeah, because he's definitely not like the other guys we fought before. He has more of these things on the ground, which are super annoying. Yeah, but I should pay a little bit more attention to what's happening. What I tend to do a lot, I almost changed my name at one point into like autopilot gaming, because I was talking so much about non-game related stuff, like not the game I'm actually playing at the moment. But I kind of got around to getting used to talking about random stuff and playing the game more. But every time there's something that's different, and my brain doesn't really pay attention. So here there seems to be a mechanic. All right, this guy, yeah, weird mechanic. I never saw this mechanic before. Another enemy. Surprising game mechanic, right? Yeah, really surprising game mechanic. Never seen before in any video game. 2 enemies at once. Okay, but we should be fine here. Now that he's alone, it's gonna be way easier to not do anything to him because we missed our attack. But... okay, now he summoned this weird thing on the ground. What is that? I never saw that before. Wait, is that the thing that actually buffs him? See, that's how much attention I pay to the mechanics in the game. He has so much HP too. Just gonna heal up because I'm not sure I'm gonna destroy it in time. Okay, so this is basically what buffs the guy, I think. So confusing at the moment. Okay, we got him, I guess. And he has so much HP. Seriously. I think they just rolled every single HP, like random rolled every HP bar in the game. It's so inconsistent when it comes to how much they actually tank. I just saw your message. Just a quick heads up, we're playing the game here. As soon as I'm in Umbral, the game spawns an infinite amount of enemies close to me. So I will need a little while to respond until I'm out of Umbral, or there is a very good opportunity to talk because it's just gonna spawn endless enemies and we are also on a timer, so I just have to play until I'm basically out of Umbral, which could happen any moment, I guess. We can go back down here. Bartholomew's Hammer, okay. It looks like a weapon, which could be fun to use if we were on strength. Okay, we can go back up, we can go back down. I think back down is just gonna lead us to... oh my god, really? Oh well, go. I didn't want to jump too far. I guess that was the wrong call. Okay, so this is a dead end. At least we learned something. Okay, now I can reach that. Perfect. By the way, sorry if it feels awkward at the time, but I do artwork for streamers, if you don't mind. Can I show you a few samples of them? I think I could do some customized artwork stuff for your channel related what you loved the most, and that way you can show your viewers what you like most and make your channel more attractive to viewers. What do you think? I'm going to be upfront here. I unfortunately have no interest in buying any artwork or having any custom stuff done at the moment. Yeah, at the moment it's basically nothing I'm interested in. Yeah, but should that ever change, feel free to maybe write me a DM in Discord so I have your contacts. And yeah, but at the moment it's basically nothing I'm really interested in. Okay, so can we get back up here? Yeah, man, it's really hard to remember where you're going where you can go in the game. And I also assume both of them are just gonna respawn because they were normal enemies, right? So everything we just did is basically... No, oh no, he didn't. And the... Wait, did the way forward open? Interesting, so now he's alone. He does so much damage. I'm kind of curious how much less resistances we have now that we got the other armor set. But I like it visually way more, so I'm just gonna stick with it for the time being. But now we know how the buff feature works with this guy. But is it really worth destroying his statue if he doesn't have that much HP? I kind of get the feeling it's not worth destroying the statue at all. It does also attack, so I guess that's an additional incentive. Okay. He's super annoying. I'm pretty sure I dodged, but I guess I didn't. Yes, I have Discord. You can find it by typing !Discord in the chat. If that still works, I hope it does. Okay, this time around, oh man, we're still in Umbral, but this time I know that I just have to jump at the edge. You know what we're gonna do now? We're just gonna ignore the enemy, jump, and if we make the jump, we're gonna kill the enemy. I think that's a fair decision, because I don't want to run past the enemy even though he's really annoying, has a lot of HP. It probably would be way smarter not to fight him, because I have one single rule in Souls games, and the rule is pretty simple. I want to kill every single enemy I meet once, right? I don't mind running past later on, but as soon as I defeated an enemy once, if I should deem him too annoying just to do over and over again, I don't mind really running past him, right? So... Okay, but this is kind of more annoying even because we need to destroy this one first. Yeah, let's just get a little bit of distance here. Wow, I was... Okay, no problem. We can try again. Okay, the roll... I mean, the game doesn't let you roll off the edge, but it's still kind of super annoying to... Okay, why don't I jump? Because my brain is like, I don't want to jump too far, right? But the reality is, it doesn't really matter if we jump too far. It doesn't even matter, right? So it's kind of stupid to even think about that. Okay, let's just jump here. Perfect. Okay, it is a good item at least. I mean, we don't need it, but kind of nice. Okay, so I can also add you if you want to, but I'll probably do it after the stream because tapping out is always such a pain with these games. Okay, now we can just kill him again, I guess. Yeah, unfortunately we're playing not that well at the moment. But then again, also these enemies are way harder than... I mean, just because they have so much HP, right? They're way harder than the initial enemies you fight in the game. You fight in the game. Okay. Man, these guys once were so tanky, and now that you know how tanky the other enemies are, they just seem like so untanky. Which is kind of weird, but... Umbral Eye of Lydia, the Numb Witch. Great, I just was reading the item description, not like I actually had a fucking choice. Yeah, we don't need, you know, I don't care if you kill him or not. Doesn't really matter. It's kind of mean, right? You're reading the item description, and then they put the other item there. They knew exactly that it's gonna get you. The Eye of Lydia. I really would like to check it quickly. That's kind of annoying to get to. Eye of Lydia. Use wherever. Okay, that doesn't matter. And wait, that's actually really good. The other eye, if you're ranged, it's probably gonna be like a S tier item. First, inform your presence and Umbra is both noticed and feared. Okay, so basically the eye counter goes up faster and enemies won't attack me, maybe? Weaker ones? I don't know. When you got time after stream, you can add me. I'll share with you some of my recent art. Hope you like it. Sure, yeah. Looking forward to see what you make. Come on, can you not? Yeah, we should stop killing them. There's no point, and they're just gonna spawn endlessly here anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is the run-up for a major boss, so... Oh shit, this looks actually like the boss arena itself. Yeah, let's just take the checkpoint down there and let's just run through, right? The only enemy we really had to fight was the big guy. Yeah, let's just get out of Umbral here quickly. And restock. Yeah, I wouldn't expect us to first fight too many of the final bosses of the game because they're really strong probably. Damage wise, so they can one-shot us easily. Yeah, right, I look a little bit like, you know, what's he called? Oh shit. Press the screenshot button. And I can't even... Oh my god, this is so bad. Wait, why doesn't the game actually capture a screenshot when you want to take a screenshot anymore? I look a little bit like Sinor from Genshin Impact. Alright, now I can take the screenshot, but I think it's... For whatever reason, not in the correct color space. I think it's going to be an HDR screenshot for whatever reason. Oh no, it isn't. Okay, so... Wait, before we go fight the boss, I just need to double check something. Okay, let's go and just... Okay, never mind, let's reset. Why did I go roll into the enemy? Am I kinda stalling because I don't want to fight the boss? No, I don't think so. I think the boss is gonna be... I mean, I'm not gonna say it's probably gonna be easy because I have no idea if they are just gonna put in a super annoying difficulty spike. But I don't expect it to be very challenging either, so... either it's annoying or easy. Hopefully it's cool and difficult, but so far either it was very easy or super annoying, so... Right, so the guy from Bloodborne just came here and... Oh no, it's the first major boss in Elden Ring. It's King, whatever he's called. I actually forgot his name. Lothred? I forgot the name. Wait, why do we only have fire equipped? Well, that's that, I guess. I mean, he probably is pretty immune to fire, I guess. The Sunred Monarch. I think fire is not going to be the player against him. Well, that was a good start. Can we actually do that against him? Perfect. Wait, oh right, he doesn't fight us right away. Okay, this is basically an Elden Ring ripoff. I'm sorry, this is like kinda... Yeah, I mean, come on, really? I usually don't complain too much about that because a lot of things were pretty ripoffy anyway. But this one kind of feels a little bit too much like an Elden Ring boss. Is he gonna use the statue as a weapon? That would be pretty funny. It's gonna be a huge flail. He's just gonna flail the shit out of us. No? No? He's gonna have... Is he gonna have sex with the statue? I mean... No, he's sucking her tit. Okay, now that's getting kind of weird. Is he gonna throw it at us? Yeah, Elden Ring God, who wants his boss design back. Okay, I don't know where we got hit there. Wow, what a delayed attack. Crazy. We didn't do any damage. Really? Oh, come on, please. Oh, right, he's still attacking. I didn't even notice he was still attacking, right? But that also hit me even though I dodged? Okay, can't heal? Wait, why can't I heal? Did he just cue my attack for fucking 10 years? Man, this attack is so delayed. Oh my god, they are all so delayed. I like him so far, actually, moveset wise. I'm just playing terribly. We shouldn't be that greedy, but it's really hard to know when you can attack him. I mean, half HP first try is kind of okay. Are we gonna use all our big heals against him? I don't even know if I want to be honest. Okay, that was kind of cheap, not gonna lie. Yeah, I mean, we could try to do it, but I don't know. Since I don't know what else he can do, I'm kind of hesitant to use. Okay, he's gonna do a huge fire pillar or something. Man, the running attack is just so... Oh my god, this is so delayed again. Okay, this attack is so bullshit. Seriously. Yo, what the fuck is going on here? Okay, we don't have any heals anymore, which is actually fine. Right, we completely forgot about our game mechanic. Not this one. This one sucks ass. Why did I do it? I meant this one. Completely forgot about it. I think we would have easily first tried in with it. Yeah, that was a huge waste if there was a phase 2. But I don't think there is a phase 2. Let's go! Another first try. We did waste our big heals for him. And didn't go into Umbral, so we kind of wasted it. And I also completely forgot about the ranged attack. That's what I mean. If I don't play for a while, I just tend to forget about basic game mechanics. And you couldn't lamp him, so we fucked so much about this fight, but yeah. But I liked it. It was a good fight. The delayed attacks were like... I don't like delayed attacks, right? Because they're basically attacks you have to learn. Everything that's intuitive and fun is cool. But all these, like, more, hey, learn, well, this looks really cool, by the way. All these, you know, hey, you have to learn them to dodge them attacks are kind of not so much my style, right? I don't want to try 50 times per boss just to learn every pattern. I just want the patterns to be intuitively readable. So that's why, in general, I like the bosses in this game so far, when it comes to difficulty design, right? I just don't like them too much. And this one I liked visually, too. It was a bit much of a ripoff, obviously, at the start, but... I liked the attacks, I liked how it looked, right? It was basically a mix of the Elden Ring boss and the one DLC boss from Dark Souls 3, like Sister Frieda or whatever. And yeah, I mean, it's not like we don't first try stuff in Elden Ring, right? I think 80% maybe in Elden Ring, and Dark Souls 3 we didn't die once in the DLC, where Frieda was the boss, so I guess... I guess the difficulty is kind of at the same level as the Souls games, which is fine, but just coming from Lies of P, obviously, where the game really wants you to learn shit before you can actually play the game. It's not about getting good, right? It's about learning the patterns more, and in my opinion, I really like the other way more. Okay, wait, we can... I guess we can go into Umbral here. In a moment. We still had heals. I forgot about the stones too. Well, that's sad. Oh my god, I'm so bad at everything in the game at the moment. But we made it, right? I shouldn't complain too much. And I really like how the outfit looks. Yeah, it is a pretty cool outfit. Man, it really doesn't fucking work to just look up. I just always have to look if my girlfriend wrote me, so there's an issue with when I want it. Okay, so yeah, I mean, you know, it does seem like nothing, but let's just go and increase this again. I'm still considering getting more HP just because everything scales so badly at the moment. Like, it is so trash, but I don't know. I'm just gonna continue with this instead. We didn't rest yet. But I really like how the outfit looks, man. It looks really cool from behind especially. I think it's really cool. Okay, I mean, this might actually be the end of the area, right? Oh, did we forget to go into Umbral here? Right, we weren't in Umbral. I forgot about it. We didn't die here. And there are gonna be so many people missing this if they don't die, end up in Umbral. I mean the first ones at least. Umbral scarring. I mean, let's get back out of Umbral, why not? I mean, the game gives us the option to, right? Why not? Yeah, and just recently I tried out Genshin on my new television and it looks amazing, blah blah blah, but fuck the devs for having a static user ID in the bottom right corner that's not even transparent. And it's white at that too. And it's always visible even during loading screens. And then you also have static UI in white. Like, it's like the burn in the video game, right? Why the fuck would you do that? So I'm never gonna play it actually on my television, even though it looks great, just because I don't want to have burn in just because of Genshin. So it's gonna be something I will probably be permanently playing on my well, screen. And I also had an interesting well, I did an interesting research a little bit into it, and Artings, I don't know if you pronounce them like that, they do a lot of television tests, and they did a long-term, or are still doing a long-term test for televisions. And the most interesting result when it comes to burn-ins and image degradation is basically that yeah, the main takeaway basically is that LCDs also have very and even more significant issues with long-term image quality, maybe than even OLEDs, for different reasons, which is super weird, right? So in a way, OLEDs maybe might have obvious issues, but LCDs kind of have way more distracting, glaring issues too. So if you want to buy a television for the long run, I wouldn't even say that not getting an OLED is a bad idea, because I think if you have varied content, getting an OLED is fine, from what I can tell from all my research. But if you really want to have only one thing up at all times, probably getting LCD is still better. So yeah, but for general image quality, I think getting an LCD in the long term might even be worse. But I had an LCD for 15 years and I didn't really notice too many issues, but maybe I just had a very high quality panel back then, and it was also a high quality TV. And in general, the quality with the TV correlates to how well the TV does in the long run, usually. But I'm pretty curious to see how long this one's gonna last. I hope it's gonna be at least 3 years, right? If it does 3 years, I'm gonna be happy. If it does 5 years, that's great. If it does 10 years, amazing, but I don't even know if I want to keep it for 10 years. I mean, it's great, right? I'm not gonna complain about the visual quality because it looks great, right? But in a way, it's always kind of hard to tell if the television's gonna hold up or not. I'm not. I don't even plan on having it for 15 years anymore, right? It wouldn't be bad as a second screen maybe at some point or something, but yeah, it doesn't have to last for 15 years. It's not like I'm gonna be financially impaired, hopefully, by that time. So. Yeah, it is not an issue for me, but I really understand if people have financial issue, a limited budget basically, that they're going to think about getting a television that lasts maybe for 10-15 years instead, like I did back then, right, when I didn't have a lot of money. So I actually cared about that a lot. So
Justin, I'm sorry. This was all my fault. I just wanted things to be better for us. Forgive me. No, get that away from...
I look upon you with
pity, my lost child. For you have been deceived and enslaved by forces. who regard you as nothing more than an instrument, through which they might enact their blasphemous will and prevent my rightful return. They speak of light while offering you nothing but blindness. Weak hypocrites relying on the malignant power of Umbral. With one breath, then decrying it with another.
Okay.
They brand me evil, a tyrant, and yet I offer you something they will not. A choice. Reject the fanatical crusaders and the deranged servants of the self-proclaimed judge. Dismiss all of their false dogma and the torturous mission to which they have bound you. And only then will you know freedom. And if you would hear it, the truth.
Okay, so basically we're gonna have a choice here, I guess. That's what he's trying to tell us. I'm very likely to not side with him. I mean, look at him, right? Does he look like somebody who's gonna bring joy and peace to everybody? I mean, you don't need to be Sherlock Holmes to see that, right? So no matter what the others are doing, I think that this guy is gonna be worse. Enter the Rogar realm. Sure, I mean... It didn't tell us to side with him, right? I just want to see what's inside. Maybe that was a decision. Maybe we just sided with him, but you know, I'm just curious to see what's inside. Yeah, cool particles effects here. Yeah, so I don't think this was a choice. This is basically... Maybe this is mandatory. I don't remember if we actually went through the big gate yet. Okay. Interesting. Can we leave again here? Was this a one-way thing? Okay, it seems to be a one-way thing. I mean, there should have been a portal back, so what did I expect? This looks really cool. Wait, is it a boss fight now? Wait, really? Oh my god, this looks like a gimmicky shit boss.
Why do you refuse to open your eyes to their manipulations? To millennia of shameful distortions of the truth? For eons, I stood as mankind's guardian, shepherding them with wisdom and love.
When did I renounce him?
I was betrayed. Those three power-hungry malefactors who declared themselves judges turned my own children against me.
Oh my god, this
Waged
is...
a terrible war of needless slaughter.
Okay, this is basically a total gimmick boss, and we're gonna have to find out what the gimmick is actually here.
Judges and their crazed followers butchered those who remained loyal to me.
But this seems to be dealing damage to him, so...
To put an end to
Maybe not, maybe I'm just... Oh, I think it's the one with the red thing under them that actually does damage to him.
even I fell. Although
Yeah, I think these ones are the ones we need to kill to get the...
despite their best efforts.
Yeah, I don't want to heal it just yet, but...
In a world left blackened and corpse-choked by their crusade, the judges banished me to this barren ground.
Yeah, so this is more of a endurance fight, I would assume.
Ever since,
Maybe take damage while going in there? Why?
set about ruling themselves, free from the divine.
Okay, we can't kill those
which they
guys.
accused me.
Wait, why do we take damage while fighting them? That's kind of stupid as fuck, to be honest.
Judges themselves were raised to the status of
Okay, and then the soul goes somewhere else, and...
real ambition.
Okay, this is basically Umbral of the Deep, right? Just with more active
People deluded
parts.
themselves into believing the
Okay, so it is smart to destroy the ones we see here. Wait, what the fuck? What did I just hit, right? Makes zero sense, actually. But what I'm trying to do here is to not go into the stuff that's under them.
And now, after all the time mankind have had to shape their own
I
destiny,
mean, what we could do too is just pull them out of it, right, like this. They don't have a lot of HP, so it should be fine.
chaos. They believe they were capable,
Man, I really hate that you get punished here as a melee character.
sorely mistaken. Mankind needs me now more than ever.
Yeah, do I like how the boss is designed when it comes to how you take damage? Definitely no.
Other beings who claim godhood, where are they? What of Aureus and the abhorrent umbral creature?
What?
Cowards.
Can you please explain what happens when we do this attack towards them?
Unworthy of their presence, their communion.
Yeah, this is super annoying as a melee character.
With true words and open arms. For I love all of my children.
Yeah, fuck you too, bitch. What a boring boss fight so far. I'm not gonna lie, it's annoying and boring because of the fire under these guys.
Listen to me. You must
I think he's gonna have a phase 2, and it's gonna be super annoying to get back to, so I'm already kind of pissed.
I am not your enemy. Only what my own
Can you fuck off?
loss of the dominion they have established for them.
So we almost died there, but just because the game really is fucking annoying when it comes to these things.
You are in the presence
Oh shit, he did it again.
of your God. I formed you from nothing
Man, it's so annoying.
to destroy you. Yet you would dare defy my will.
I don't know, it's bugged as fuck.
The world in which you exist is my world, my home, and yet mankind. I
Okay.
look upon you with pity, my lost child. For you have
Yeah,
been
shut the
deceived
fuck up and die.
and enslaved by forces who regard you as nothing more than an instrument through which they might enact their blasphemous will and prevent my rightful return.
Okay. I mean, is he ever gonna shut up, or... What we can do here, we have so many of this. Let's just use this a little bit. I don't know, man. What a fucking shit boss. I mean, he didn't have any weird thing, right? There was no attack patterns. It was always the same idea, just more of the same enemy, kinda. Where did it just get fucking... The light of the umbral lamp knows no satiation, consuming even a god. Aureus will be done by his heresy-tainted champion, rewarded only with annihilation. With renewed influence, Aureus unleashes his radiance to purify those deemed transgressors. I can't even talk today, I'm sorry. In light, they fall. No way. Wow, that was the worst final boss I think I've seen in a Souls-like so far. And not in a video game, there are a lot of shit final bosses, so I'm not ever gonna talk about that, but we didn't even check the remembrance, right? that was kind of surprising because I didn't remember if we went through the one door to get through the castle, but I think we did, but I can't remember, so maybe we did. Yeah, at the end of the game, as always, we're going to talk about it, the quality of it and everything. So I'm going to give the game an 8 out of 10. Up front, I'm going to say that. I gave Lies of P a 7 out of 10. I gave Elden Ring an 8 out of 10. And Elden Ring basically has... I think it's very hard to compare the scores I'm giving here directly, even though I'm giving them. Because Elden Ring came from a perspective of knowing it was made by the guy who made Sekiro, Dark Souls, Bloodborne, right? I had a different expectation of From Software, so I judged them a little bit different. And when I look at the overall fun I had, I must say that it was kind of similar, right? Elden Ring for me, up to the Golden Capital and the first real like half of the game, for me was a 10 out of 10, for sure. But then later on, significant balancing issues came and a lot of design decisions weren't good and a lot of shit happened. If you care about that, you can watch the Elden Ring playthrough or just skip through it and maybe until the end. So I'm going to not going to elaborate on all the issues Elden Ring had. So I'm going to talk about this game a bit, but just so you know why Elden Ring was an 8 out of 10. For me, Sekiro was a 10 out of 10. Bloodborne was probably also very close to a 10 out of 10 for me. Dark Souls 3 was a 9 out of 10. Etc, right? So, and Lies of P was a 7 out of 10, just for recent context. Okay, so, first, what did I like about the game? I like the visuals. The game looks really good. Maybe not as varied in biome, right? It is maybe a bit, the color tone is maybe a bit similar in some areas, but still overall the visual quality, the asset quality, etc. It really leverages the Unreal Engine 5 to create a very, very pretty game. It's probably the prettiest Souls-like from a technical perspective that I at least know of. Okay, so basically very pretty, but also very demanding on the hardware, but it's kind of to be expected when it comes to what visuals are on screen. Does that mean the visuals are way better than anything that has been there before? From a technical perspective, it is very next-gen-y, but you could argue that last gen already looked very pleasing to the human eye, so in many circumstances, Elden Ring, for example, also looked very, very pretty. So I don't think it's that much of a leap anymore, but that's just how graphics evolve, right? We have learned to very much leverage the tool, and we're coming closer, of course, to photorealism and all that stuff, but the steps are getting smaller and smaller. That's just how it is, right? You can't make it prettier than prettier, right? If it's pretty, it's pretty. So yeah, the generational leaps are big, but the perceived visual quality probably is kind of not really stagnating, but not as impressive in your recollection, right? If you think about Mario 64, for example, and you remember it, it's going to be kind of like Mario Odyssey in your head or something like that. So in a way, your brain doesn't really appreciate all the new stuff as much as it maybe did before. So this game compared to Elden Ring, I would say for most people, it's going to be a visual pretty equal, and a lot of people are going to prefer the art style of Elden Ring. So that's also an aspect. And Lies of P, a great example. Lies of P, one generation behind technically, compared to this game, but a very strong visual art that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy more than the visual art style of this game. What else did I like? I liked the umbral mechanic. I did not like how it was executed control-wise. I think they did a few issues there, right? And the range of the lamp was sometimes too short, and sometimes also I think that the suck-in mechanic should have been automatic for the souls, an additional button press, which in my opinion wasn't needed. They could have implemented a bit more maybe dynamic design with it when it comes to combat, like more enemies that need to be stunned with looking by looking at them with the lamp or something like that. A bit maybe like Alan Wake did or something like that, or maybe like the UV line in zombie games or something works, but they didn't do that much with that. But where they did a lot was in level design, right? The biggest strength of the game is, I think, how combat feels against normal enemies. It feels really good, fluid, and responsive. And the levels are really, really intricate, and there are a lot of different paths you can take, and it just doesn't feel linear. Like compared to Lies of P, this is way better. Of course, it's not Elden Ring, right? Elden Ring is an open world game and also had very, very extensive dungeons, like for example the first castle and stuff like that. I mean, it does come close to the first castle, but it never feels as free to explore as Elden Ring, for example, but it feels way, 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 way better. It's definitely one of the best Souls-likes when it comes to how the levels are designed, right? So for me, and no Persona 5 at the moment, sorry, but maybe very soon, because I think we're coming close to the winter Christmas gap that's basically going to happen in December. A lot of games release now, not so many release in December anymore. And in January, maybe until end of January, there's going to be a little gap maybe, where you can maybe catch up with stuff and maybe even find time to reopen the longer games. Yeah, but in general, the arm roll mechanic, how it was executed, how the level design interacted with it, the regeneration mechanic of your HP, the withered health was really, really smart. The best, in my opinion, the best way to do regenerative health I've seen so far in a Souls-like, and really brilliant idea there. I think really, really well executed, and not perfectly, but well executed, and really great impact with the game. Really, it's what basically makes the game, in my opinion, a good game, right? A good game. The combination of great combat, level design, and the cool armor mechanic. On the not so great side, unfortunately, a little bit the repetitiveness of the enemies, not enough enemy types, so the enemy variety, and especially reusing mini bosses as enemies, not a bad thing inherently, but not enough enemies, right? They needed more enemy types to really, because the length was really long, right? I think it was a tad too long for what they had in game when it comes to enemies, so I think a bit shorter would have been better, maybe. But yeah, it also has a lot of different playstyles, blah, blah, but not so great. Definitely the bosses, right? The bosses were kind of very mid, I would call them, right? They're not necessarily badly designed, right? Some of them were fun, some of them were not so fun, but most of them were very easy. But that's basically because the game has a very different approach to difficulty than, for example, Lies of P. Lies of P is a super react, wait, and learn game where you really need to learn the attacks, and it inputs reads like hell. It tries to fuck you over every time. And this game is more like a Dark Souls 2.5, where we still have bosses that don't go like, I'm gonna hit you, oh no, I'm gonna hit you, oh no, right? They're not doing that. So they're just playing they're just normal people fighting, right? It's not like somebody that's just trying to mind game you the entire time. So in my opinion, that's feels better to play, but I think they could still have done with a little bit more challenging bosses that don't get too annoying or something, right? The game also has the issue that basically the visual design is a bit like a few things I also criticize in Elden Ring. A few bosses had a visual overload. There weren't that many in Elden Ring, but in this game towards the end, the game kind of, for whatever reason, thought it was a great idea to have a lot of ground explosions and particles, and you can't see shit anymore, right? It just makes the game feel so unprecise and random at times. And I mean, that's coming from somebody who almost, I would say, let's say, maybe that's an assumption, maybe 80 to 90% of the bosses were first tried by us, so and then most were second tried, if not first tried, and a very few maybe came even close to 10 deaths, but I don't think a single one actually did, but I might be wrong about that. Maybe one did, I can't really remember. Notably so, the first boss was kind of tough, the angel, just because her attack patterns looked like ass. And oh yeah, Janine's back, I have to open the door. But in general, I think the game is good, right? It's fun to play, has great strengths, but also weaknesses, so definitely not a perfect game. But I think definitely a game you should check out if you like exploring and killing normal mobs. But if you don't care too much about bosses that will really challenge you, right? If you're a seasoned player. But really need to open thing. It also has PvP, different classes. For example, here we unlock something, but I better be right back. Okay, I'm back. Okay. So that's basically my recap of the game. Good game, not perfect, but definitely something you can check out. I liked it better than Lies of P. In an ideal world, we would have Lies of P quality of bosses with the game design of this game. That would have been in Bloodborne 2, because this game, let's be real about it, it's probably the closest you're going to get to a Bloodborne 2 gameplay-wise at the moment. This is basically more Bloodborne than any other Souls-like I've played so far. Beyond Bloodborne, so definitely very, very cool in that regard. Also has different playstyles, right? You can block, you can have you have magic, ranged attacks, all that stuff. But the final boss, for example, the bosses were shit, right? They didn't look bad necessarily, were maybe not that interesting. I think the boss before the final boss was pretty cool. But the final boss was like, I don't even know, it was Beacons of the Deep, right? One of the memeiest bosses in Souls history, and even that it was more epic than this, right? So I don't know, it was just kind of, I don't know, the bosses are just kind of super mid, unfortunately. So for part 2, Lords of the Fallen 3, what would I want from the game, or Lords of the Fallen 2 in this case? I mean, it's the second game, but they call it for I know why they call it like that, but still. The second game, and next game, better bosses, right? That's the main thing. More enemy variety, more visual distinction in Umbral, if you want to use the Umbral mechanic, and I hope they do, because it's a great mechanic. But more creativity there, maybe a bit more, maybe interactive, a bit more interactive, right? More elements which are cool. Also more fast and fluid interaction, like not the slow poly stuff. I know why they did it, but sometimes, right, they didn't need to do it as clunky, right? So a bit less jank there. Okay, and this is a new class. It's called a Radiant Purifier. I mean, it looks way cool, way less cool than we currently do. So I mean, unless we like it, of course. Yeah. So we got a new class here. We could go with New Game Plus, but we're not going to play New Game Plus, so that's for sure, and it's something we're not going to do. I'm just going to go with Continue Current Journey. Because we can go New Game Plus at whatever time we want. Was soll ich meine Rüstung gesehen, Muffin? Ich habe sie jetzt auch geschickt, aber guck mal. Das ist cool, oder? Ich habe das Spiel jetzt durch. Ja, hab beide letzten Bosse gefirst-tried. Der letzte Boss war aber ein absoluter Witz. Ja, super einfach. Like, ich weiß nicht, das war nicht mal ein Boss, das war irgendwie komplett, ich weiß nicht, über Clusterfuck. You know what? Actually, brilliant decision to use the additional heals, because we didn't need them for the last boss, so actually perfectly played here on my end, using every resource to the limit. Of course, I know we forgot about this mechanic during the boss fight, but yeah, you know, it is what it is. Also has PvP, full co-op, session-based, not like Elden Ring or Souls games, which could be a huge plus, depending on how it works. I never tried it, but I could imagine this is maybe in one of the premier cooperative Souls-like, right? We're coming close to the 1-year anniversary of you dropping Persona Aus at the end. That would be a good. Do you remember the exact date by chance? Yeah, but just in time for RoboQuest, the DLC and the finale of Cyberpunk, which is coming up now. I think like we're gonna focus on Alan Wake 2 and Cyberpunk and RoboQuest for the time being. Cyberpunk should be relatively easy to finish, I think. I mean, time-wise. Alan Wake 2, I have no idea. Probably also not the super longest game, but these are basically the three games we're going to play. It's a bit shooter heavy, unfortunately, but I'm pretty sure we're going to find other games we're going to mix in with those. But I really want to finish Cyberpunk ASAP so I don't drop that too. And yeah, but these are all games that aren't as, you know, bad if you drop them. If you drop this game, you don't remember where to go, you're fucked, right? But in Cyberpunk, you have quest markers, the gameplay loop is pretty simple. Alan Wake 2 is story-based, so we probably want to, you know, not wait too long so we don't forget stuff. But I still think Cyberpunk is pretty nice in that regard. That's one of the reasons why Persona 5 is a bit more intensive to pick up, because we really need to look what we did back then. We need to find out what the skills were, what our mindset was, right? It's a bit bad that we actually ever dropped it. We should never have dropped it. That was a big mistake. How far am I in Cyberpunk? I think I'm close to the end of the main game, and then since I never finished it, I'm going to finish that one first. I know that the DLC basically is an alternate ending, so we're gonna play the ending, maybe a few more side quests, not many, and then we're gonna go back towards playing the DLC basically, which we already started. So the DLC basically we started it to get the skill tree basically, because I wanted to have that during my playthrough. Yeah. I skipped the whole DLC. Basically at the moment I skipped it because I knew that the DLC was basically something you should do. Not sure, you can do after playing the main game, right? The game is just gonna drop you back in, then you can go do the alternate ending the DLC offers afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, I started it just to get the abilities, right? Because I didn't want to play the entire game without having the additional skill tree. But otherwise I didn't really interact too much with it, right? We had also the cars unlocked you can get and stuff like that. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna play the DLC basically after finishing the main game, because I really want to finish the story first the way it was initially intended, and then we're gonna look. I mean, we're gonna get one ending. I don't know how many endings there are, but yeah, that's basically the idea. Okay, and also, like I said, the game here, a lot of playstyles, really fun to play, but we are not gonna invest more time into it just because, I mean, like I always said, if I only had this game, would I do another run? For sure, right? There are so many weapons, right? We've used a dual-wielding spear. You could even go with the spear. You can use it the two-handed. You can use it single-handed with a shield. You can use any of the weapons we collected, right? You could go with all of these and try them out if you want to. There are a lot. You can go with sword and board, maybe even double shield. I don't know. You can go range. You can go magic. And we don't have a lot of spells because we didn't buy them. There are so many different armor sets too, different classes you can start with, New Game Plus, PvP, co-op. There is just so much in the game. Covenants. It's just chock full of gameplay styles. And you have changed. There's so many cool things, right? Lies of P and this together have a lot of cool additions. Sure, both of them have also missions from quality of life improvements from other previous games, but in general, right, I think the Souls genre slowly starts to get a lot of quality of life stuff it always needed with every additional game. And yeah, and it's also much closer to what a Souls traditional Souls game is than Lies of P, right? Lies of P is more like a Sekiro spin-off in my opinion. If you don't start the DLC, it actually skips and knocks you out. That's so wild. Really? But you can't go back to your old save and play the DLC? That's really hard to imagine that they would make such a blunder. So you can't go with your old pre-ending save file and just start the DLC? That would be really dumb. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised by stupidity, but that would be insanely dumb. Especially because I don't feel like the DLC has so much impact when it comes to the main game so far. Really? I thought it was like available starting at chapter X, and you could always go back and just start it when you want to. But I also noticed, wait, you could actually, as far as I know, fuck up starting the DLC, right? You could just go there, and then you could not do what she wants from you. And then she's like, yeah, fuck you, and then the president is dead and whatever. Right? So you can't even fuck up starting the DLC as far as I know. Yeah, that's really dumb. Back then I also thought it was a terrible idea. Because the game basically locked me into starting the DLC, which in hindsight might be good, right? Because I got the skill tree and everything. But that's really dumb. Yeah, wow, that's really stupid that they put that on a timer, because usually no quest in the game, even though the game often gives you the impression, doesn't really have timers for events, right? A lot of events in the game are basically just the ending locks you out of stuff, but everything else seems to be very limited into when it comes to time-based stuff, right? Some things might seem like you missed an opportunity or something, but basically it was just the game waiting a few days until something happens. But that's really dumb to hear. Yeah, I don't know why they would ever do it like that. I mean, there might be some logical story and game design reasons behind it, but whatever they are, they should have done it differently. It is a terrible idea, because a lot of people are going to have a fleshed out character they want to do the DLC with, right? I mean, I would say that's even the most common use case for the DLC, that either you start a new game or you play the character you already played before. I mean, is it bad playing the game again? No, because it has a lot of improvements. It's not a radically different game, but I guess it's worth playing again in most cases. But I still think it is a stupid design decision not to enable old characters to play the DLC. Unless you want to go back with your save. Yeah, but I still think the fact, I mean, that's cool if you know it, right? But it's always terrible design to have people guess stuff, right? Or just get lucky, right? I got lucky now. But it could also have ended up being an Elden Ring moment where you just go through a door and suddenly the game's like, oh, by the way, fuck everything else you did, right? So you should always clearly communicate that with your player. Just put a pop-up there and tell the player, hey, now if you don't do this, you're gonna be fucked, right? Just tell the player before it happens, hey, this is your last chance, confirm, are you sure, and make it hold, make it double confirm, whatever. Are you sure you don't want to start the DLC? It will be not available, whatever. So I think so I think that's really not good design, but we're gonna see. Hopefully we are able to access it, even though we're gonna finish the game first. But yeah, but that's gonna be probably for tomorrow, because today I'm gonna spend the rest of the day with Janine, because she is going to go away for 6 days starting tomorrow. Is it 6 or 5? I can't count. I think 5 days. Yeah, so today is Janine, and tomorrow probably is going to be a RoboQuest into either Alan Wake or the ending of Cyberpunk. So yeah, since we already started Alan Wake, also kind of on our schedule here. To be fair, someone keeps calling you like 20 or 30 times until locks you out, and she's desperate, keeps telling you might as well die if she doesn't go. Yeah, okay, I mean, yeah, even if they are pushy, it's not that bad as long as they tell you you've been locked out, right? So the moment she tells you, hey, the president said you fucked it, usually you have a save like not too long ago, right? So most people will probably go back a little bit and then do it. That's also fine. Yeah, at least they talk to you, right? So it's okay if it doesn't really happen in the background without you knowing it, right? What would be fucked is she calls you, oh, you have to really have to go, then she doesn't call you for like, I don't know, a few hours of game time, and then she's like, oh, by the way, he's dead, and then you're like, oh shit, I can't go back anymore, and they locked you out like 5 hours ago or something. That would be really shitty. You can access it when you finish the game. It just puts you before the ending, since there's no new Human Plus. Yeah, that's what I expected. Yeah. Okay, so I mean that's kind of okay, I guess. But from a perspective, of course, of a character that finished the game before the DLC, it's of course not okay, right? That's kind of stupid. It basically makes one of the main use cases for the DLC irrelevant. You can't really play your original Vi in the DLC unless you want to roll back your saves. Yeah, which you might not even have, right? Not everybody has saves at all times, so yeah, kind of unfortunate for certain circumstances. For us, I guess we either got lucky or I mean, I also researched it a little bit, but I didn't do it in too much detail, obviously, because I didn't want to get spoiled. But I was kind of, curious to see how that works, because I was worried the game was going to lock us out or something. But I didn't start because of that. I just was curious about if the DLC locks me into a different ending, right? I wanted to know before I start the DLC, will I be able to still finish the game normally? And since the answer was yes, I just got the skill trees and then said, hey, yep, fuck the DLC until I finish the game. But however, whatever the case, this is the stream for today. We finished Lords of the Fallen, 8 out of 10, good game. Would recommend if you played all the better Souls-likes before. Like, as always, that's my answer. If you didn't play all the better ones, there are a few reasons which would make this the main choice. The main reason would be, for example, you want to play in co-op and don't want to have a shit experience, or maybe you're not on PC, can't get the Elden Ring co-op stuff, and even that is still super scuffed. And yeah, that would be one of the reasons. Or you really like the Umbral mechanic and the pressure it puts on you while exploring, then this is also the only game that offers that. But if you just want to have a good Souls game, and depending on what type of player you are, maybe you are super into cheese or whatever, go Elden Ring, right? You can cheese everything, you can get easy mode, or if you really want to start off slow, you can just go Dark Souls 1, 2, 3, right? They ramp up in difficulty a little bit, so it's very much a better entry point in my opinion. So yeah, if you didn't play those maybe first. There are a lot, Sekiro 2, Bloodborne, whatever, a ton of games, but if you played all of those, this is definitely a game you can play, or if you like co-op or whatever. Okay, but as always, thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you tomorrow for definitely RoboQuest version 1.0. French developer, I didn't know, that's why I'm kind of putting a little bit of emphasis on it. They're French. I'm half French, so it's basically partially a home country for